Let's talk. Keep Diddy locked up. Keep him locked in the gates of hell. Because what is this? I just finished watching the Diddy documentary on Netflix, The Reckoning, which has just dethroned one of Netflix's biggest series, Stranger Things. The opening of the documentary, we see Diddy on a phone call in his hotel room, just 6 days from his arrest. Now this is unreleased footage, which 50 Cent, one of the producer of this documentary, refused to reveal how they got hold of the footage. Some claim, so like there are rumors going around that maybe the videographer didn't got paid, because most of the workers that work for Diddy, it's even highlighted in the documentary that he hardly pays his workers. So they claim that the videographer shot and didn't get paid, so got a buyer, which was Netflix, but it's all alleged. It wasn't revealed how they actually got to obtain the footage. From this unreleased footage, we don't know if Diddy was working on his own documentary or what he was really trying to achieve with this. It kept me wondering, was he shooting to put out a documentary for himself, to make himself look clean, make himself look like an angel that he is not? Because Diddy is not an angel. So in this hotel room, in the phone call, he's having a conversation with his team, and they're having discussions on the case that he is currently serving in jail. He really doesn't seem happy. He really doesn't seem happy. He needs solutions from the team. He's like, get me the best person in PR to make this all go away. He looked and sounded very frustrated. Even the way he's seated, he's leaning back. You see that he's really going through it. Well, regarding that footage that was obtained, Diddy has sent a cease and desist letter to Netflix saying that the footage they have obtained is illegal. Like, what is illegal? What is illegal, Diddy? You are illegal. God should have never gave you permission or the power to live amongst humans, because some people are just not to live with sane people and good people. Diddy is one of the people you question. You're like, how did God let these kind of people? So let's look at what the documentary revealed. For me, most of the documentary highlighted the life of Diddy, which most of it was some things that we know, same story that we've heard and we've seen. We always heard the rumors. And what's frustrating when you watch this documentary, you're like, he always got away. They always had him, and then it all went away. Just like R. Kelly. We heard the stories, we read so much about him, but it all just disappeared. And it took decades and decades and decades. The production team did such a wonderful job on putting together the timeline of Diddy's story, from his childhood and how he was raised, and his mama. Oh, his mama. His mama, Janice Combs. You need your own documentary, mama. She needs her own documentary, because you look at it, you're like, on how he was raised, there's so many questions that you ask. I want to know what was going on in that house. Yes, the documentary just give us a glimpse of his childhood, but you just want to know more. The structure of this documentary is so perfect, and that's what Netflix always get right. Netflix always does this with their documentaries, and you just get stuck and finish the whole 4 parts. Netflix have like the world-class standards when it comes to making documentaries. It gave us a clear view of Diddy's jealousy, envy, and how of an insecure man he is. He is so insecure. He is so insecure. And it's all stemmed from childhood. Jealousy, envy, and greed may have caused the end of two greatest hip hop legends, Tupac and Biggie. And it makes you think of how a record label benefits from beef in hip hop and loss of life. It's like you see how it's manufactured and how it's keep happening in the industry. And it's just like a sad story of how these billionaires, these millionaires, these people at the top benefit from people's lives. This documentary was a lot. It took us on a roller coaster from the City College stump pit when people lost their life to the club incident with J-Lo to Tupac Vegas night and how it was all set up to the night we lost Biggie and how Biggie had to pay for his own funeral. And this man made it up like he was the one paying. He was the one putting in all the work and all the money into the... Diddy. Oh, Diddy. Oh, Diddy, God is watching. And God has been watching because this has been going on for too long. It's been going on for too long. We saw the male escorts. We heard about the freak offs. It went on for 18, 19 hours. You're like, what? How? So one of the links of the freak offs, the man that was interviewed who was having these freak offs with Diddy and Cassie, tell a bizarre story of Diddy flying him every year on the 9th of March to do these freak off. Wherever he was, Diddy would call. Either it's Miami, either it's New York, either it's LA, fly him off to do these freak off. 9th of March is the day when Biggie lost his life. And this man was doing this as a celebration. I don't know if it was a celebration or what. Tell me that is not insane. On the death anniversary of Biggie, who you call your brother, you flying off people every year, 9th of March. With all that, we know that he played a huge part because Biggie didn't want to fly to LA. You were the cause of this man losing his life. There was so much details that just get you shocked. We also got to meet one of his childhood friends, Kirk Barrows, who in the documentary opened up about their relationship, gave us all the juice on Diddy and how he just fumbled him. Diddy was a hardcore man. I'm saying he's no longer with us. He is a hardcore, evil man. Diddy worked this man and paid him nothing and took everything. From him working to starting Bad Boy record label, for him taking everything from him. You ask yourself, what is this man? This man cares about nobody and he will do anything for the money and power. Kirk also had a strong belief on Diddy involvement in the Tupac Vegas night. This documentary just shows you how ruthless of the person Diddy is. We also get to see the viral hotel video of Cassie. We get an interview with Diddy's link in the freak off. The man himself is there telling us about this outrageous hotel nights that they were spent and having countless hours doing the deeds. More men came out, including his friends, who were put to sleep, if you know what I mean, put to sleep, and things were done to them. Lil Rod's story when he tells us also about him having to go to sleep and not knowing what has happened to him. And also, Diddy's son, Justin Combs, is brought up. And there was an incident that happened in the studio while they were recording. and things were done, and police came, but things just went away and things just disappeared. So he had his way with the law. I don't know if it was payments or was bribes or something, but Diddy had his way of doing things and things just disappearing. And it worked for him for so long. It worked for him for so long. He kept getting away with things that frustrating me. I saw that lady that had this incident with Diddy, that Diddy put her to sleep and did things to her, did a video with her, and then showed it in one of his parties. And also that just fallen flat. With that happened in 1990. We're in 2025. Now you can just only imagine how many women have been through this, how many men have been through this, how many lives have been lost because of this man, how many people are suffering because of Diddy. I kept saying to myself watching this documentary, just lock the whole family up, lock the mom up, lock these the older boys up, and lock the father up. But don't you think these boys know what the dad was doing, or they were in it with him? It's crazy. Aubrey O'Day also tells us her side of the story, which she says one lady came up to her and she told her that Diddy was doing things to her while she was also not in a sober mind, like out, asleep, and Diddy was doing things to her. It made me so angry. It made me so sad. It made me so frustrated on how he got away with this for so long. When I tell you, I already knew who Diddy was because we all have heard the stories before. And I believe all of these people coming out with these allegations against him. Diddy is no angel. He's definitely not an angel. There's just a video I just saw of the game shouting, "Free Diddy, free R. Kelly." Like, man, you have a daughter. You cannot be promoting and rallying behind all of this nonsense. Because he is definitely guilty. I believe Diddy is guilty. He's been getting away with this for so long, and he felt like he was invincible. He felt like he couldn't be stopped because he's been getting away with it for so long. Diddy is who and whatever they say he is. When I tell you that no one who was around Diddy was safe, man or woman. And my other frustration was the jury. Oh, the jury system. Which I need us to have a discussion. Do you think the jury system in America is working in 2025? Especially when you're dealing with such huge cases, dealing with celebrity cases. I just believe the jury is they just see a celebrity, get starstruck, and become a fandom. There was 2 juries who were interviewed in this documentary, and if you haven't watched, go watch. You'll understand why the sentencing just didn't make sense. For a normal person at home, sitting at home watching the case on television or reading about the case, you knew that, or you wish that Diddy could have gotten more years. And for him to only get 4 or 5 years was insane to me. But watching the jury in this Netflix interview, you just like, they were fans. They were fans. There was no way. They brought in Diddy's fans to get verdicts out of this. One of the jury got me so mad. It's a male. He sits down there and he said, it was hard to believe. It was hard to believe. What was hard to believe? Hearing all of these stories this man has done to people was hard to believe just because he's P. Diddy. Yo, they got me so angry. I was like, no ways. No ways they had these people setting judgment on what is gonna happen with Diddy. No ways those people were chosen. I was really disappointed in this. I was like, nah, there need to be a better way of doing this. The jury system is not working. I don't like it. It doesn't sound right. I also have so much respect for the people, the cast of this Netflix documentary, who went up and stood up and spoke their mind and said what they had to say about this man, because I believe the world needed to see this. And whoever choose to believe what after this documentary will just see that you are cuckoo if you still believe that Diddy is innocent. Nothing was ever enough for Diddy. Envy kept getting bigger and bigger, and the hunger of power turned him to a mean spirit. He was envy, he was jealous of Biggie's rhymes and how talented he was. He wanted all of it, but you cannot have it all. That's what people don't understand. You cannot have it all. And it's shocking for him because God had given him everything, but he was still envy of people's life and people's talent. I will say, like 50 months is not enough, and I'm not happy with the sentencing. Like less than 5 years. That's crazy. And I wish in the future this case can be looked at and Diddy can go to trial again and something needs to be done. If you haven't watched, I think this is a watch. If you are interested in such stories and such celebrity news, this documentary is just, I wouldn't use the word beautiful, but I believe the production team just did an amazing job on putting this together, and it brought so much clarity and so much information. We got to know and see who is this man really. We already knew, but it just brought a light of, oh, he's really the man we thought he is. Tell me what you think. Have you watched the documentary? Were you happy with the jury verdict? Because I wasn't. But let's talk in the comment section. Man, there's a lot. And I know I'm leaving out a lot, but I'll do a part 2 if I have to. Let's talk on the comment section.